Hey friends, hope this finds you well. At Renew we have core exercises that we practice daily, weekly, and these are very safe exercises. They're very much part of our natural human movement. One of those being squats and overhead press. There's two movements, and when you combine those together you get this full range of movement, this almost maximal distance that your body can move a weight, an object. Sometimes when people perform the squat repeatedly or the overhead press repeatedly, they can experience some discomfort in the knees and in the shoulders. So it's important to make sure the weight is right, you progress through the movements safely, and you gain in strength before you move up to a harder resistance. It should always be a safe movement. Sometimes we get pains in our joints after or during those movements, and I think it requires wisdom here to understand what's going on. So, as I said before, the movements themselves are very natural. We are designed to squat and lift our hands above our head. It's a very fundamental human movement. Unfortunately, our lifestyles, as we've become more advanced with and sophisticated with our technology and how we earn money, with less physical labor, more sitting, and particularly working at desks on computers for hours on end, sometimes every day of the week, where 95% of the time we're in that seated position. So when we experience pains in exercise, discomfort, we have to be careful that we're not missing what we're doing 95% of the time. If we're over stretching or loading or tightening, shortening those joints in our bodies, when we come to exercise, they don't like it, they're not used to it. So there's a process of getting used to, getting your body accustomed to movement in a particular way. Same with running, with cycling, all these things, they demand practice of us, and you get great benefits from them as well. So if we're experiencing any pain in those things, let's just consider what we're doing most of the time. Are we sitting at a desk for too long? When we sit, do we cross our legs rather than having our feet planted on the floor? Do we tuck our feet under our chair and put extra tension on our thighs and our tendons in the knees so they're already fatigued before we exercise? When we walk, are we engaging our whole being? Are we using our glute muscles in our bum to really propel us forward, or are we just relying on our knees to do the work? Is it too knee heavy? Let's consider those things, and if need be, change some of these habits that we have for 95% of the time, and try and get to a place where we're training all the time. Actually, we're thinking about our movement, or how we're holding our posture. Am I walking? Are my hips in a good position? Am I pushing my hips forward as I walk to really engage my glutes? Is there a swing as I walk? So you're really using this chain movement through our body. How are we operating? When we sit, how are we holding ourselves? Are we engaging our core? We're using those deep tummy muscles. These things are great to keep reminding ourselves of, and not just rely on the exercise to be the time when we move. Our bodies are designed to be moved, to be dynamic, to have full range of movement. In fact, our joints love it. They love that full range of movement. It increases our synovial fluid, keeps those joints lubricated. It's a big part of health, stirring our waters daily. So consider what we do outside of exercise just as much as when we exercise. Stay strong. Peace and love.